So today, we want to jump to the slide. I was going to not start with the challenges, but it became obvious that look, I know there are a lot of people who they just signed off for one of I just want to know how to create wealth. We need to first tell you, why are you not creating wealth? Because if we don't do a prognosis and we give you a prescription, you might use the prescribed medicine wrongly, or you might abandon it, or you might just not use it until Pastor Yemisi, she's always talking about me using supplements. I don't remember. So if you don't have that, if you have the habit of not remembering your supplements in the things of wealth creation, you are not likely to create wealth. Maybe I find my supplement by the fact that I do extreme exercise. This week, today is Saturday. This week, my exercise was, I think, 7, 8 hours cumulatively. Yesterday was 3 hours. Yesterday is Friday, 3 hours. Thursday was 2 hours. Wednesday, I worked in our estate for 1.5 hours. Oh, geez, man. So I have a different supplement. So if you do not have a prognosis of the problem and we give you a prescription, we have so many of the prescription. I have about 20, but I just give you 12. Once you have this 12 prognosis, it will help you to appreciate the prescription we're going to give. Get yourself a drink, put water on your table, tea, coffee, whatever you want to take. I don't take coffee. That's a whole teaching for another day. It's been 29 years since I stopped coffee. But what are the challenges? Why are career people having challenge creating wealth? Why are employed people having challenges creating wealth or being rich? Riches and wealth are two different things, but let's just use them interchangeably. If you've been on this platform from a long time, you will know that we've explained the two. Now let's start. The number one, number one reason is mindset. Many career people who lack entrepreneurial drive are so because they are just wealth averse. They have a wealth averse mindset. They just have a mind that, look, let me just have enough money to take care of myself. Higher, higher, higher. And you may not realize, listen, mindset, that word you see in front of you, mind that is set is so powerful. The mindset of the employed person and the career person sometimes hinders them. They don't know how to build income generating assets. They don't know how to have income generating assets. The first reason why many never create wealth is mindset. Listen, in fact, I don't want to stay too long there. If you've been on the Wealth Masterclass, you know we've done a teaching on the mind. If I don't change your mind, I can't change your income. And if you want to really see the power of the mind and how it even shapes how people behave, follow me to when we go out to give relief to the poor. The poor will see a mountain of what you want to give, and you are assuring them that it is too much. Everyone will have one, and yet there will be stampede because scarcity has been written into their mind that they can never have enough. And please, in your mindset, employed person, career person, never have scarcity mindset. Tell yourself from today, there is enough, there is enough, there is enough in the world for me. Don't listen to those people who say the world is going through a tough time. There's not enough money. There is scarcity. Even when the government says it, let them read budget and you are holding your head like, are these guys for real? The kind of money they throw at things. So start with your mindset. The first problem is the mindset. Number two problem of people in creating wealth, career people, employed people is the lack of financial education. What is the lack of financial education? It's amazing. We spend years in the university, post-secondary, everywhere. Nobody ever takes you through sessions in the uni on how to create wealth. Rather, university have made themselves specialists at studying poverty. Poverty studies is a huge PhD material. If you go on Google, I'm sorry, on YouTube, and you check out all the videos I've done on the Wealth Masterclass, which we did for free and put there, the most watched is What Makes the Poor Poor. It's amazing. I've done 20 ways to create wealth, 25 ways to start a business. It does not get as much viewing as What Makes Poor Poor. What makes the poor to be poor. So, lack of financial education, for example, will make you leave your money in the bank account. And you got to stop leaving your money in the bank. You start the lack of financial education, and therefore you need to seek alternative source of money knowledge. Different, because you see, let me tell you hard truth. I know you will not be able to say it. I will say it for myself. If I followed what my mommy taught me about money, I'll remain poor. If I followed what my daddy taught me about money, man, I'll be poorer, because the man believed in quick money. So he was always gambling. My father gambled away all his 30 years salary in the Nigerian army. The lack of financial education, which is different from, so the kind of education we're talking of is different from your regular educational institution. Different. Hardly would you see a professor of economics really prosperous. Hardly would you see professor of banking and finance prosperous. They just know the principles. You need to stay informed on financial news if you lack financial education. Stay informed. The third challenge of wealth creation, challenging reason why employed people, salaried people don't create wealth, is the false comfort which comes from stable salary. Next slide, please. There is a false comfort that comes to you because your salary is regular. Some institutions, some companies, in fact, the day is already fixed. You know the day the thing will hit your account. And on that day, your smile is different. Your joy is different. But let me tell you, when you begin to create wealth, you don't even know when the month ends. And you don't know when the month starts. You see, when you tie yourself to salary, you always wait for month end. Whereas you didn't also realize that your salary is capped. Go and check where you work. In fact, the day they hired you, if it's a government institution or some places, they say you are hired to be paid this salary, scale 1, level 2, blah, blah, blah. Now look at me wherever you are, no matter how gifted you are, they don't want you to go, but they can't change the salary. And they also want to move you to another department because they know you are beautiful for this situation, using Bible language. So, salary is good, but it ties you down, gives you a false comfort that you're doing well. Let's see how we need to speed. Number 4, the fear of taking risks is a major reason salaried people, career people never create wealth. They look at people who, when you hear things like Elon Musk is the second wealthiest man on earth, you may think he has billions of dollars. He doesn't. He just has shares. Risk. The career people are always afraid to throw the dice. And the Chinese say, he who is afraid to throw the dice will never throw 6. Because you are afraid to throw it. Number 5, competing and compelling financial obligations. The reason many career people never create wealth is because they have competing financial obligations, compelling financial obligations. But you see, in wealth creation, once you begin, you have to then prioritize. I was talking to someone yesterday. I was asking after a lady who got married and moved to Ireland to live. And she told me, oh, that lady, uh, they don't yet have their own children, but all the money she's making as a nurse in Ireland, she's sending back home. She has 4 siblings whose needs she has to carry because their dad is dead. Hey, forgive my French. You can't create wealth if you can't close your eyes to some things. I know you might say, you mean I shouldn't help my siblings? Well, you could help them. But haven't you seen many times when people down rows, they act like, what did you do for me? Is it more than the so and so amount you were giving me? So competing and compelling financial obligations, the reason many career people, employed people never create wealth. Number 6, zero knowledge of the business aspect of career. Oh, I hope you get this one. We're going to expand it later also. Zero knowledge about the business aspect of your career. Everyone on the system, please look at me. You can be a lawyer you are just very lawyerish, but you are not a businessman. So you don't know how to bill your clients. You don't know how to, you don't know how to create wealth. Zero knowledge of business aspect of career. I hope you got it. You can be a teacher and see the business part. I've seen people who teach in high schools, secondary schools, the subject every kid has to pass, and they don't know how to turn it to business. For example, if I was a guy who taught mathematics necessary for you to pass GCSE, oh boy, I am going to create a special class where I guarantee the kids to pass GCSE and charge their parent, then record the various questions, answers, the various parts where kids have problem, break it down, put it online, make them have code to enter before they can view. You can have 10,000 kids viewing it, all paying you just cheap, £5. 10,000 kids times £5 every month is £50,000. That is turning your knowledge to become the knowledge on your career to become business. Number 7, commitment to an organization without thinking of life after the job. Oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus. The reason a lot of career people are so broke is that they were so committed to where they work, they just kept waiting for retirement. Retirement. I just want to be retired so they can give me my pension. Hey, we live in 2024. In most nations of the world, pensions are now mobile. You can carry your pension from this institution to another institution. Don't stay stuck somewhere because you are so enthralled by this organization and they pay you peanuts. Where do you work? I work for the United Nations. What are they giving you? Why can't you even turn your working with them to a reason for you to now package yourself as a consultant on different things? You want to access United Nations funding? I'm a consultant. Boy, in 1 month you will earn what you will have been earning in years. So commitment, many people are just committed to organizations. Number 8, having a laissez-faire attitude to personal finance beyond the current job. Laissez-faire. For those of you who are French, even if I didn't say it well, just accept my French. Laissez-faire is a principle of economics where, or life, or let's say leadership, where your attitude is K zira zira, whatever will be. Let's not put pressure. Let's not do anything. So having a let's not do anything attitude to personal finance beyond the current job is dangerous. If you don't if you don't have an attitude of wait a minute, there's a lot of money flying in my nation. Where is mine? What am I doing to attract? Because listen, you see, money is called currency because it flows. Some people it flows past them because it's a currency. Some people is flowing always away from them because they have no tool, no instrument with which money will come to them. And some people it's always coming to them. When they are sleeping, it's coming to them. When they wake up, it's coming to them. When they are eating, it's coming to them. While they are playing golf, it's coming to them. You cannot build wealth if you have an attitude of, I don't want to worry myself about money. You should worry yourself. Because if you are not wealthy for yourself, you should be wealthy for your family. Number 9, inability to see the wisdom of maximizing extra hours. Hey, our teaching today is to career people and employees. You see, because businessmen don't follow ILO law. ILO law says that as an employee, you should only give 40 hours to your employer. But in wealth creation, you can't just say, I've given my 40 hours to work this week. Let me go and sleep. The Bible says a little sleep, a little slumber, and your poverty will come like an armed robber. So many people in employment follow the Donna Summer, Dolly Parton song, working 9 to 5. When you close by 5, what did you do with the hours? Let me start by saying one of the smartest things you can do with the hours, even if you are driving home, is to stop radio. Get yourself MP3 of teachings on wealth creation. Do you know you will no longer complain about traffic? All you are hearing is the teaching on wealth creation while you're in the car. It's reshaping your mind. Then when you get home, start something with your extra hours. Start something with your extra hours. The reason many employed people and career persons never create wealth is that they see the extra hour as, okay, I finished work. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Hey, and all play and no work makes him a silly guy. Really, technically, what is called extra hours should also be working hours, should be thinking hours, problem solving hours. So the reason many people in Korea never create wealth is because they demarcate, they separate work hours from the rest of the hours. And they think the rest of the hours work should not come there. And when you do that, you hurt yourself, not anyone else. Number 10, scarcity mindset. I think we've taught this earlier. We will not go into details about it. Scarcity mindset. Blue collar and white collar jobs can become nice enslavement. Please show us the next slide on that one. Blue collar, white collar can become nice enslavement. What is blue collar? Blue collar is the dirty jobs, the mechanic, the bricklayer, the technician. Those are blue collar. White collar is the office job. You are the chief officer. You are the executive officer. You are the these. Those are white collar jobs. You shouldn't resign. You should just look for ways to extract from it and create wealth. If you don't extract, you become a slave. You just produce and you didn't get yours. Look at it this way. One of the most interesting insects on earth is the bee. The bee. The bee will visit 1,000,000 flower nectars to gather the nectars to mix with its own spit and make the honey you eat. And do you know there are farms here in the United Kingdom, America, around the world, bee farms, not necessarily African bees. African bees have been found to be the ones that will sting you. Other bees do sting, but African bee will sting you unprovoked. I guess it just as the people, sometimes it stings itself. People who gather these bees, there are farms, there are people who rent out bees. I saw a video the other time of these guys who rent out trucks and trucks of bees. So you rent the bees, you bring them to your almond farm. So they enter the nectar, they pollinate all the flowers on your trees. But they do that and they get nothing. That's what some people are. They create the wealth for other people. They are just glad to collect their own salary. Poverty and scarcity mindset makes you to think that that's enough. Number 11, over actualization for the wrong reasons. I think this is where we'll stop with the problems. The problems we have are about 21, but I think we'll stop at number 11. Over actualization for the wrong reasons. Say which one is over actualization? You see, in life, some people prefer the hierarchy of titles. Number two, some people prefer the level of money they are receiving. That is what actualizes them. Actualization is what makes you feel fulfilled. Actualization is another word for fulfillment. Some people feel fulfilled when money comes into their hand. They don't care what title you call them. If you like, call them without any title. They're okay. Just show me the money, in the words of Don King. Then there are some people, even if you don't give them money, just give them a title. Just give them a title. Follow me to Africa, and you see people who bear names like Chief, Professor, or Pastor, Professor. One time I went to Ghana, and I saw a guy who is Doctor. Whew. A lot of career people don't create wealth because they allow title to actualize them, and they fight for the title. So these are some of the reasons why people do not create wealth.